The only way to dispel darkness is by introducing light. So I'm stopping by this morning to help introduce some light into your day and to encourage you to turn on the light for yourself and for somebody else. Don't just watch this and see what you can gain from it, but gain from it and then give as a result of what you've gained. Let's introduce light into every area of the social media atmosphere. Today we're looking at Acts chapter 27, starting at verse 22. It says, "But take courage, none of you will lose your lives, even though the ship will go down. For last night an angel of God, to whom I belong and whom I serve, stood beside me. And he said, 'Don't be afraid, Paul, for you will surely stand trial before Caesar. What's more, God in his goodness has granted safety to everyone sailing with you. So take courage, for I believe God. It will be just as he said.'" Here, Paul is with a group of people and he is shipwrecked. He had told them at the place that they had taken off from last that they should not have taken off, that they should have waited, but they had in their mind that they needed to go ahead and go forward. The decision that they made caused them to find themselves in a situation in which was not favorable to them. They were shipwrecked and they were concerned that they were going to begin to lose their lives, that they were all going to die. So they begin to plan for this and they begin to try to react as a result of this fear that had overtaken them. Fear is a very damaging and dangerous thing. If we allow it to, it will motivate our decisions and it will tell us how we're to act and how we are to react. Fear will not tell us to respond, but it will always tell us to act impulsively at that moment. Well, Paul steps up and he says, "Look, I understand the fear, I understand the feeling, but here's what I know. I know that I have faith." Maybe we think of faith as spelled F-A-I-T-H, but Paul says, "I have faith, T-R-U-S-T, because that could be a different way of spelling it, because faith ultimately is trust. I have faith or trust in God. As a matter of fact, I have a word from God. One of his messengers came to me and told me that we are going to be delivered to the place with which we had started to go to. I know that the situation is a bad one, and I know that we did not listen to the instruction that I gave, but here is where his faith kicks in as he tells them, 'The angel of the Lord visited me, and he said that he will deliver me to the place that I need to be, and as a result, those who are with me will also have their lives spared.'" Sometimes faith is not the easiest thing to have. But as I said earlier, faith is not always spelled F-A-I-T-H. Sometimes it's spelled T-R-U-S-T. The problem that many of us have is that at times when our faith is low, we don't seek for a word from God. Instead, we seek for a confirmation in some other way. Paul, he had a word from God as delivered to him through an angel. And I know that we don't all see angels and experience these angelic presences, but we can all get on our hands and knees and say, "God, I need to hear from you because my faith is waning as a result of the conditions that are around me. God, I need to be reminded that I can trust you and that you have a plan for my life." I want to tell you myself, God has a plan for your life. Don't you dare give up. And when you are in those times of looking at the circumstances and they're overwhelming, looking at the circumstances and they're unfavorable, you can trust in God. And you can find courage not in the circumstances or their favorableness or a lack thereof, but in the fact that the God that you serve has a plan for your life and he will deliver you. And even better yet, his plan is not just about your being saved. It's about the salvation of those who are connected to you. So if you can maintain your faith, if you can maintain that trusting in God, if you can make yourself get to a place of prayer where God can encourage you, once again, not only will he sustain you, but he'll sustain the lives of those around you. Take some time today and speak faith into somebody's situation in somebody's life. Help somebody and be encouraged and trust in God. For yourself, if you're having a hard time, find a place of prayer so that you can build up that faith in God. God bless you. I love you. Take some time to share this post, repost it, make comments, make your own post. Let's flood the atmosphere with light. Let's dispel the darkness in that way. God bless you. I love you. Have a wonderful day.